How's it going, everybody? Texas Man here. I hope that you guys are all having a great day. If you guys could, please give this video a thumbs up so you guys will show support and say that you guys really do enjoy the video. And of course, if you guys would please subscribe and also hit the bell notification button. That way you guys don't miss out on future content and streams here on the channel. And I hope you guys enjoy my first thoughts and impressions on the Ahsoka show that just came out yesterday night. Enjoy. So guys, I'm going to make sure that this video is as spoiler-free as humanly possible, and I'm going to be kind of just giving you guys a general synopsis kind of what happens in the very first 2 episodes of this show. And I want to make it apparent that I was really excited for this show. Apologize right now, at the time of recording this video is extremely humid outside, so I got the AC cranked up to 11, so if you hear some sort of draft or whatever, it would be the AC unit that's in the background. So I do apologize, but I have to have it on, otherwise I would die. I would not be able to live right now. I was super happy with the Ahsoka show coming out, and I'm just like, I'm so excited, and we're getting the live action versions of Ahsoka, Sabine Wren, Chopper, Thrawn, Harrison Dula, Ezra Bridger, and we get most of those characters. We haven't found spoilers. I mean, this is 8 episodes long. It's only the first 2, but we haven't gotten to Thrawn yet, and we haven't gotten to Ezra Bridger. I have a gut feeling that's going to be like an episode 7 or 8 kind of thing. But I want to talk about something that I'm going to be talking positives and negatives. But my biggest negative with this show is it doesn't focus on Ahsoka. This is called Ahsoka, okay? This is called the Ahsoka show. Star Wars The Ahsoka Show, basically, okay? But it doesn't feel like an Ahsoka show. They couldn't market Star Wars Rebels Season 5, which is what this is. This is Star Wars Rebels Season 5, the search for Grand Admiral Thrawn and Ezra Bridger in the unknown reaches of space. AKA another galaxy, basically. The problem with this show being called Ahsoka is that it doesn't focus on Ahsoka. It would be like having the Obi-Wan Kenobi show, which really didn't focus too much on Obi-Wan. It focused on a bunch of other characters. That's what the show kind of feels like. The show, being called Ahsoka, should be like Andor, where it's focusing on Andor, and then you have other supporting characters with you. The Andor show, for the most part, focused on Andor and his experiences during, the build-up to the events of the Rogue One movie. This Ahsoka show doesn't really focus on Ahsoka. Ahsoka is just doing stuff. She's just going through the motions. She's doing stuff. She's talking. She's doing Indiana Jones-like missions. But it doesn't really focus on Ahsoka. It's focusing more on characters trying to find Grand Admiral Thrawn. You got characters trying to fumble around some sort of treasure planet-like MacGuffin device treasure map gizmo to find Grand Admiral Thrawn. You've got Sabine Wren, walking around and doing speeder bike chases and having a lightsaber duel. You've got Hera doing hologram projections. You've got a droid from the Clone Wars that's constantly doing great humor that actually works. I want to make that point clear. The humor in the show so far works. But Ahsoka really doesn't do anything. She feels more like an observer of what's happening, and she kind of just reacts to stuff that other characters have done. She feels like the fire hydrant. She feels like a fire hydrant or a police department that gets sent out to fix problems. And I hate that. I don't know why they've written her as to being some sort of, rescue person for every other person's problems, and I hate that. While you can watch this show without seeing past Star Wars projects, you're not going to really fully enjoy this if you haven't seen The Clone Wars, Rebels, Mandalorian, and Book of Boba Fett. If you haven't seen those projects that have Ahsoka in it, especially Mandalorian and Book of Boba Fett, you're not going to understand what's going on. You've got even characters that make slight little cameos from Clone Wars and Rebels in here. And while my mom, who is watching this with me last night, she has watched the shows. She's like, who's this and why is this important? And I'm like, I had to refresh her memory. Like, hey, this is a droid from the Clone Wars show that went with Yoda and taught younglings how to construct their lightsabers, which is why he's so important to this, of him figuring out these lightsabers and who they belong to, because he's a droid, so he never dies, and he's been around for thousands of years, so he has really good memory banks on whose lightsaber is what, which is kind of just crazy that he could do that. Great, fantastic actions, lightsaber battles, ships, blasters. The musical score is amazing. It feels female focused. I want to talk about that. You've got Ahsoka, Sabine, and Hera that are primarily the heads of this show, and they're the main group of what's pushing the show forward. But these characters don't feel like they're overpowered. They don't feel like Mary Sue's, and they're not constantly berating men. They're making logical decisions, and they're thinking things through, and you can tell that they've had past traumas with other characters and whatnot, and obviously we've seen that before. But they're not constantly, female characters aren't berating men, and men aren't all idiots. Men are just doing what they do in society, and so are the female characters. And then lastly, what I want to talk about is that, two things. I want to talk about the fact that this is kind of a slow burn. Like, the first 2 episodes, they're each almost like an hour long, and a lot of people are probably going to complain, this is just super slow and boring, and it's taking its time forever. But it takes its time with character moments and action, and it allows you to enjoy the things on screen without everything feeling so rushed and just constantly bombarding you with imagery and stuff. It allows you to be able to understand where characters are, why characters are doing what they're doing, and allows you to enjoy the action sequences without everything just constantly going a million miles an hour. And I actually enjoyed that. It allows you to be able to enjoy what's on screen. Lastly, episode 1 ends with something really stupid, and I feel like this was done in part as a joke, I guess, or maybe Kathleen Kennedy got involved. But the end of episode 1 kind of feels very stupid. It feels like they pulled a episode 7, 8, and 9. So slight spoilers right now if you haven't seen the episode yet. But at the end of episode 1, Sabine ends up getting stabbed by a lightsaber. And then at the beginning of episode 2, she is instantly healed in some sort of medical area on Lothal, which Lothal looks awesome live action. But she gets healed instantly, and there's no consequences. There's no life-altering problems that she ends up with. She gets literally stabbed right in the middle of her body, and she falls down, but she doesn't die. They literally stitch her up, and it just looks like a little boo-boo. And I'm just like, so I hate this about Star Wars now. You literally can get chopped in half and you can survive. You can get stabbed in the gut and you can survive. You can get stabbed in the stomach and you survived. What constitutes as killing somebody with a lightsaber? When you have to go for the head? I just hate that. I knew they weren't going to kill Sabine off, and the moment that they killed her at the end of episode 1, I'm just like, they're going to find some sort of stupid way to revive her, and they found some sort of stupid way to revive her. They just don't tell you, the audience, and I hated that. So overall, I think the Ahsoka show, it's really good Star Wars. It definitely feels very nostalgic. There was times I was cheering, very happy with the action sequences. I'm excited to see where the show goes. It's only 8 episodes. The first 2 are out right now, and they are planning to release the rest of the episodes Tuesday night, 9 p.m. EST. So I will be doing another video once all 8 episodes have come out, and I'll do a full guide and talk about it in more detail once the show has concluded in a couple weeks. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what's your thoughts and opinions on the show so far. You guys enjoying it? Why or why not? Let me know in the comment section down below. Have a great day. May the Force be with you, always. Bye, guys.